Hello, my friends. So today we're going to talk about the borrowed, aware, and owned identity, the different stances of identity that you can observe yourself so that you can get to your highest level or the most aware level to come into the present moment of now, because that is where you can very easily see through everything that you desire to bring into your life, and that's where you have the most strength to bring it through. So first and foremost, our borrowed identity, what is that? That's the identity that we receive, that is conditioned into us, that is told to us by our father, by our parents, by our culture. And we take our roles, or we think that our roles are our identity. So one of the things that I used to be told as a child, that I am the older sister. So then that means that I have to be like second mother and mother helper, and I have to make sure that my brothers are taken care of in physical and mental and financial aspects. Okay? And I used to think that was my identity. What do you think, or what did you used to think that was your identity? You know, this is where a lot of people get categorized as to, oh, I am the middle child, so that means this. Okay? And it's the external definitions that we live by, that we heed by. You know, so and so said that I am such, so then that must be true. Now, this is why our early teachers are so important. And well, even our early teachers were still living in this misbelief. They too were identified by their teachers, by their neighbors and parents. So we come to this almost like this ending point of, wait, that is the old. That is an identity that I did not fabricate. And we are told this in the scriptures, in Romans 12:2. It says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And what does the renewing of your mind mean? It means first open up and see that there is something different here. Okay? So then we come to living from the awareness that I am not that which I was conditioned. I am not that which I believed I was. I am not my roles. So awareness creates this separation, this sense of separation, this realization that I am not that there is this deeper truth within me that I know that I am because I can feel it, but that, it's almost like old clothes. That's not me. I don't need them anymore. Okay? So becoming aware creates this spatial separation, this awareness separation, that there is the I am and there is something that I used to wear. Okay? Now, this gives way for you to, for your true identity, the who you truly are, to become more and more visible. It's like the more you start to look at yourself within now, instead of who you used to be, when you turn that internal lens and keep asking, well, who am I? Who am I? The more you start to have that connection within, and realize that the I am is the I am of your life, and I am that which you claim to be, which you hear as to truth for you. The truth reveals itself, and then you stand in it, you claim it. Okay? And as we are coming through this process, many of us, many of the beautiful creators of the light holders, if you will, the grid of light that we're on as the human consciousness, we are looking for that confirmation. We're looking for that testimony as to who am I really? Here's this truth that is coming through, but is this really it? You know, is this true? So we're looking at others. Do you see it too? But as long as we keep looking at others to confirm it, we are still not knowing our full identity. We're still not sitting fully in that trust of self, in that unshakable faith that the creative light of the world, of the everything is within you, and speaking and expressing. So there must be that internal grounding into this known truth within you, and the value that that means for humanity. Each and every one of us, each and every one of you who you feel that you are bringing through something that is unique, something that helps humanity, you are on the right track. Who are you in that? Because the words that you say, the resonance that you stand in, the remembrance that you stand in, the knowing that you stand in is what communicates who you are. So if you want people to see your impact, you must know that you are that which brings the impact. What do you bring the impact in? It is a transformation, right? It's always a transformation. You are here to make something better, okay? Own it. And this is when those deeper truths start to reveal from within you. This is when you are not only listening to someone for the truth, but you are hearing the truth in what someone says, and you are deciding, like, okay, so this is the space I choose to go along. But the truth that is revealing for you, that is what in 2 Corinthians, in the scripture, it says that if anyone is in Christ, in the truth, in the space of truth, then he is a new being, and the old has passed away. Okay, so as you turn and shift into this new self-identity, and you start to know, you hear and know the truth who you are, and you speak it out, you are now a new creation being. You are a different being, and the code of Christ is your North Star. Okay, and this is when you see that understanding the Christ is something beyond what religious understandings have brought to us in the past. That this is a unique and individual relationship for and with every human being, and as such, you can know the truth for yourself, and that truth sets you free. And then now we go into the embodiment of the new identity, because it's not enough that you just come to the realization. Now you are reshaping, rewriting, reforming all the old thousands of years of human consciousness as a collective, and also your individual neural pathways. The neural pathways that are in your brain, in your physical brain. So you are rewriting them with bringing this new identity into daily life. So how do you do that? So taking different actions, right? So we already have the new thoughts, the new identity. There's an awareness that is not me. The me is in truth, but the truth is in this present moment. The truth is something that you live from the present moment. So you need to be aware in the present moment as to what is being given to you. So what you can do, how you can make it easy, how you can automate it into your new mind is create or do the different actions that are being guided to you now. Do different actions than you used to in the past. Because if you do the same actions, you'll just have the same life. Listening as to what those actions to be, listening as to where you're sent that day to go, what you're sent that day to do. And when I say sent is what is coming from standing in that space of truth. It doesn't stay quiet long. When you connect with it, when you're in union with your higher self, and you are asking, your guidance is coming through. We are creative beings, so with every thought we can create. So this is where it comes. What thought you choose to think about a lot, what thoughts you choose to feel, this is how we are bringing it into the physical. And through these actions, then you step on a different timeline. And when you keep repeating these actions, okay, this is an important word, repeating. This is when it's like with a sewing machine, you put down a pattern, right? You touch base at a certain pattern, and then that will create the look of the sewing. You can make something smooth or ruffled or wavy a little bit. So you are putting down new patterns of thought brought into action, embodiment from heaven to earth. You're being the bridge of heaven and earth. You're bringing in the truth that is given to you in your new identity into embodiment on earth by repetition. Then you start to walk and talk the truth of who you are. And in the scriptures in Ephesians 4:24, I looked it up before, that's why I remember the number, is, and I'm going to paraphrase, put on the new you, or put on the new skin that is modeled in the image of God. I think it's something like that. Let me check. I want to make sure I give you really the words that what's happening. Put on the new self, created after the likeness of God. This is where it comes through, that when you come to the deep understanding that you are God within and emanating through, and receiving it from a space of not feeling like you're not worthy. You're not in the space of thinking, well, then I am God, I can do whatever I want and I want to rule the world. But you're standing in that purity of frequencies with your frequency base clarified and strengthened within you, that you know that the light of life is within you, and by you connecting to it, you are receiving the mission that is meant specifically for you. And by the renewing of your mind, you are receiving that mission. You are not standing in the way with counter actions. You are bringing it through in action. You embodying it, creating it into the world, and you are bringing your mission, your medicine, your greatness, your uniqueness into this world now as you're standing in it with ease and strength to bring it through. That is, my friend, what we're doing in my atmosphere. So if you'd like to feel more into this, if you'd like to shed the, I'm going to say, the limitations, the religious limitations, the religious shamings, and feel in yourself where you can see it in a scientific way, if you will. You can feel it for yourself. The sensory pathway of your truth, of non-religious Christ coming through you, then I have created a entrance pathway into being rooted in your truth. This is free for you. I'm going to drop the link into the description. It's actually a playlist here on YouTube, so you can come back and listen to it anytime. Allow it to wash you clean, to strengthen you, to release what doesn't belong. And then once you look through these, then there will be further suggestions as to how you can strengthen this new resonance within you. Or if you are already ready, you're like, I need something a lot more, then I'm also going to drop the link for Sourced. And that is the beautiful spiritual fitness space where you can strengthen into the new creation identity that you desire to be. Strengthen your mind, your physical body, your relationship with self, your emotional structure, your mental structure. We are rewriting all that and strengthening all that in truth. You can also find that in the description. I thank you, my friends, and I will see you next week. And you know what? Okay, yes, I would like to hear from you. I would like to hear from you. So drop in the comment what new identity that opened up for you as you are listening to this, that feels exciting for you. Because as excuse me, as new shoots come up, as new shoots of spaces become kind of like opened up within you, these new inspirations come in that, like, oh my gosh, I know I wanted to bring this medicine through the world, but there's this other aspect that's just so exciting and it feels so wonderful. This is how we all help each other. This is how we bring that inspiring curiosity into the world, and we are recreating the world as we know it. This is for the new earth. All right. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit the bell button so you can hear when the new transmissions come in. And if you have friends, if you have people in your life who think would resonate with this, then please share. All right. Love you, my friends. See you in the transmissions.